guys, Ian Anderson, Corey Merrill, Central Coast Disc Golf. We're back for some more 2018 GBO Round 1 feature card. It's been a fun watch so far.
Yeah, man, not a ton of scoring outside of Eric McCabe, but definitely some roller coaster round type of deals. Like Big Germ, bit of OB, some birdies. He's all over the place with first 9 holes.
There's been scoring, but it's been good and bad scoring.
Exactly, yes. There are numbers being thrown around.
Yes, there are. That'll happen out here. There's OB on every hole.
This is true. Definitely not ideal if you're a spray and pray kind of player, but you know, these precision type guys, Eric McCabe, very control based. You have to imagine he's playing to the landing zones. Speaking of landing zones, hole 10 is the definition of throw to a landing zone and throw up. You're not doing it. 658 feet. Really, you're throwing it as close as you can to this ball golf fairway that is marked as OB. Green, excuse me. So you can pitch basically straight over to the pin.
Yeah, and this is when they changed. They moved it farther right and a little closer to the woods. I really like this change. It makes it a much tougher hole.
It does make it a much tougher hole. Having said that, the OB is too close to the pin, I think. It's about 15 feet from the pin.
I'll give you that.
Which, if I had it my way, I think there should be a 30-foot circle around, at least, around every pin.
Okay.
I think, just as like a, in ball golf, you don't see any OB or anything within, like striking distance, that type of deal. Like, you're not going to putt it, it's going to fly over the green and
That's true.
Into a bunker. But, hey. We are a different sport.
We are a different sport. Nate is not happy with this destroyer shot.
Now he is.
And now he is.
Wow. So one change that should be noted, in years past, that right side of the fairway where all those trees are has been inbounds. So if you find yourself in there, you're navigating just a nightmare of woods.
Yeah, you are.
This year, they roped it OB, go straight to the drop zone. Best decision they made on the course. This was like a habitual 3-4 card backup hole.
That was.
No backups at all.
Yep.
It's great.
And Germ barely staying in bounds right there. It was very close.
Him and Nate getting opposite sides of the fairway love.
So it looks like Nate's going for that mortar upshot. He likes it because it doesn't skip too much.
Yeah, and he keeps that really low, which is critical when you're throwing an approach like that.
Just stays in bounds.
Thank you, Stick.
Yep. Chris, his upshot.
But see, that was a good upshot. And really, if that stick isn't there, that's out of bounds.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Accurate. Jaron going forehand. Pretty sure that's his mortar as well. It might be a P3X.
I think it's an AVR X3.
AVR X3.
Honestly, yeah. He's been liking that disc for a while now.
That was good.
Yeah.
And Emac with another beautiful Explorer shot.
Just exploring the fairway all over the place.
The middle of it mostly.
Yeah.
Or right next to the bucket as that upshot slides in nicely. We're going to star frame here.
Yeah, and this is definitely a hard hole, but if you get off the tee correctly,
I was going to say, yeah,
it's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, the danger is the tee shot here for the most part.
I like that, though. We've had some par 4s where it's a second shot emphasis, some par 4s where it's a first shot emphasis. Still tough.
Yep.
He just lays it. Look at Stu Mullenberg.
I saw him back there, the flight record out here. Taking some beautiful pics, I'm sure. And there is your star frame starting off par 2. On a hole 11, par 3, it goes pretty flat for a while, and then it drops off pretty well. There's OB right that's pretty close to the basket, and also OB left, which is farther away.
Yes. Really, you're looking to throw. If you've got the gusto, you can get a mid-range there, but generally it's that fairway driver, so you can control it and kind of just slam it into the hillside long of the basket. Like you said, OB left of that cart path and right. So, Chris Clemons throwing that lefty hyzer. You really need to play it touchy because if it rides to the right, it's going to go straight into the out of bounds.
Matt coming back to that Explorer well.
Uh-oh.
Looks a little turnt.
Bush, that little bit of pop-up got it through the OB.
World champ love right there.
Yeah, of course. He left that tree in specifically.
Chris?
Oh, no.
That is a little cooked. He's going Explorer as well.
Yeah, that's the purple one, dude. You got to throw the yellow one.
Yellow one. Yep. Nate, I believe that's a destroyer.
Yeah, it's a Sexton.
Is it a Sexton
Firebird?
bird? Yeah, it is a Sexton Firebird.
Yep, that's his white stamped one. He's been throwing at
that one's got some turn on it.
That's the least stable of the ones that I've seen him throw. A lot of times he'll throw that for like more touchy wood shots that you have to kind of shape something with.
Gotcha. Germ with a beautiful flip up forehand.
I don't know how he does that, man. It's so impressive.
Yeah. And checks up short of the OB and that'll bird.
Yeah, definitely. You're sitting on the tee. You don't necessarily think sidearm. Oh, wow. Clemons almost draining it.
Almost saving the par there.
You don't necessarily think sidearm because it does shape so much for a backhand, but with that hillside, just as the basket's sitting on, you can just kind of slam a sidearm and it'll check up.
Yeah, well, another good putt from Emac. And another 2. Germ sneaks it in.
It's in the basket.
A little high.
It's in the basket.
Thank you. It's a binary thing. It's either in or out. Look how Emac really grabs the outside of the disc. I don't know if you ever heard people talk about that.
Yeah, like the two-handed approach?
No, like he reaches it around the disc.
Oh,
yeah. It gets a more spin that way.
I think it's very James, like when I see that, I think James Proctor.
Do you?
Yeah, because he kind of caveman grabs all of his discs and really rips it.
And they spin.
Oh, yeah.
And they win. Hole 12 on deck. You got an island hole, Corey.
We do. It's kind of like a funky island. It's pretty big.
Yeah.
No reason to miss the island, really. But if you do, there is a drop zone. At the end of the day, it is your basic flat to hyzer shot, 351 feet. The biggest thing you got to avoid is that tree just right of the basket. If you put yourself behind it, you're going to have nothing.
Sure. Emac going enforcer.
Yeah, hopefully. Oh, no. See, he's kind of pinned himself a little bit behind that tree.
He trickled around.
He trickled around a little bit?
Yeah, he's got a clean putt.
Okay.
Yeah. Sexton looks like a destroyer. A lot of hyzer on that one.
Yeah, I really think he's trying to play that get it to the ground and skip it up game rather than leaving it in the air and risking not missing the island.
Sure. Looks a little...
Throwing it into the abyss.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow, that was a friendly punch.
Off the tree and parked.
Germs won with the trees today.
Hey, I'll take it.
Yep.
He needs everything he can get. He's a little bit all over the place.
He's the most tree-like of our 4 competitors, being epically tall.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true. He's in theme.
Yep. Oh, Chris. He said he came up short in practice. He was like, I'm not coming up short.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Just rips it.
But still has a look at the bucket.
Yeah, he's there.
So here's a good little 45-footer.
Yes, Chris.
All about that body English.
I know. That's what it's in. I would have missed if he didn't do that.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Sexton trying not to get big putted.
And notice the gallery here.
Yeah, what a pretty solid gallery.
Yeah, I liked it. They kind of scheduled the 2 feature cards at noon and 3.
Yeah, so you watch both.
Yeah, exactly. So everybody kind of walked around with this card. Wow, that was so straight. That was unbelievable.
It's so great.
But you could walk around with this card, and basically as we finished 18, the other feature card at 3 o'clock teed off. So the whole gallery just did a big loop of 2 laps. Those guys got to be tired.
Right. All right, some cleanups there. Germs was for a birdie.
Chris getting it in there.
Ooh. Yes. Brian, that was a fantastic shot.
That was so good.
Love it. Fantastic putt to match it. Looks 3 birdies right there. That's pretty solid showing.
Yeah, Eric McCabe 7 down through 12. He's cooking.
Dude's doing work. Hole 13, par 3, 370. Wow, this one's 371. It's uphill. You got OB right of the path, and then there's also OB left in that tree line.
Yep. And this is another hole that has seen some changes from years past. Before we did tee off from the sidewalk, so technically you were teeing off from out of bounds.
Oh.
So if you in years past, if you threw the hyzer, you're re-teeing over and over again until you get it back in.
Oh wow.
This year they took it off that just for, again, flow's sake. You don't want to have people just having to rethrow a bunch of times. But it still has that same kind of the spirit of the hole is still the same.
Yeah.
You're throwing a little bit uphill, and you're throwing, now you kind of have to throw a little flatter. That tree's in your way, but throw it out to the right, draw it left, hit your putt.
Germ did not draw it left.
He did not. A little bit too much flex.
Yep, that was out of bounds. He's a tired kangaroo. A lot today.
Out of bounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Chris Clemons with that forehand.
Yeah, up in the air, sawed it off a little bit, contesting with those trees that really there's no reason to. There's so much room to the right.
Yeah.
You can really err on that side.
Sure can. Sexton with a destroyer.
All these guys very scared of that out of bounds, clearly.
Rightfully so after watching Germ hang out over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll putt. It's short, though.
Yeah, Germ with the extremely friendly mark.
And, yeah.
He's up.
That'll poke. Chris, he's just laying up for his par. Emac for another birdie. Looks to be about 35 out.
Oh, wow. You could tell he kind of was thinking
he
that was
like,
in for a sec.
Yeah. Sexton, see if we can see a birdie on this hole.
No, we cannot. No.
Looks like Eric's going to clean up. Ooh,
just barely?
That thought about popping out. But was nice enough to stay in. Chris with a par as well. Germ will drop in a 4. And if you take out the OB strokes, he's having a pretty good round.
Yeah. It's funny how disc golf will do that. Take out the trees, and that shot would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Turns out there is OB, though.
All right, touche.
Yeah.
Touche. There is Nate with that money backhand of his. And maybe our best headshot so far.
Hands down. That is actually Nate money, and it's N8.
Back again. Huge thanks to DD, and those veteran baskets are actually pretty nice. I didn't see anything the whole day where I was like, that shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, and that's a good thing you weren't at Waco too, because I saw a fair amount of that from Waco. But the baskets are fine. It's they're nice, and the chains are like some of the prettiest chains you're gonna see in baskets. So shiny.
Yep. Hole 14, downhill par 4. I got this OB on the right and the green as well. So. Cool hole.
Yeah, this is an extremely legitimate par 4. Chalking in at 766 feet, it really feels like that classic, quote, pro par 4.
Yeah.
Really difficult for anyone not 1,000 rated and above. You get 2 choices off the tee, really. You can play this hyzer that McCabe's throwing.
Blister Pro.
Oh, okay. Yep. I would recommend that as the disc.
Yep.
Or you could play the sidearm or backhand roller line out of that left gap of these trees. Really, you just want to set yourself up on that left or right side. You just don't want to be dead center in the middle of the fairway.
Yeah. Chris spinning that enforcer out there. That'll work.
Yeah.
Good spot.
He's in position. If you can get full flight time, like the full flex, whatever, full flight, you're fine.
Mm-hmm. Nate.
Getting on that, I assume is an X-Cal, but it could be a destroyer.
Yeah. I think it's X-Cals with the orange and the red ones.
He's got like a dark gray X-Cal too.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right in position for another forehand from him. And Germ. Ooh.
Quick to the ground.
You know I love a roller, and I really like this one.
Yeah, that's running, man. That is reminiscent of hole 2. That thing is crushed.
Yeah. He's way down there.
And there's just a lot of room to navigate the roller. I think it's a really, it's a good play.
It is. We're looking at Chris's second shot, trying to get close to this basket. Oh, coming for you, Corey.
Yeah, he was hunting me. I was standing probably a hair close to the basket on that one.
Uh-huh.
But he's in position.
He is.
This is the X-Cal for sure.
Yep.
Off that little tree, but he is sitting there.
Wow.
I need to get myself an X-Cal. That's the answer.
That's a good shot. Looks like that. That's like Emac Truth.
Yep. The disc golf answer man stamp.
Uh-huh. Shout out to Bobby. Love that guy.
Oh, yeah. You mean Cool Daddy?
Cool Daddy Slip Breeze.
Good man.
That's a position for a putt for Eric. Germ taking the flick route. Didn't want to mess with that OB.
Yeah, interesting. Like, really, it's such a wide open backhand hyzer. You have to imagine maybe he was just going for a comfort shot.
Yeah, he's Germ. He forehands. Chris makes good putts.
That was nice.
Oh. Eric?
Oh.
Eric.
Mr. McCabe.
You make those.
That's 2 holes in a row that he's, had a makeable putt.
Yeah.
Not to say easy putt, but a makeable putt that hasn't gone down for him.
Yeah, somewhere around circle's edge. He's usually good for those. Germ with a nice birdie along with Nate. Eric will clean up the par. He did lose a stroke of the card right there.
He did, and not really what you're expecting on this hole, to see 3 birdies and to lose a stroke on the card. It's a tough get.
It is, yeah. Germ. That's a good roller.
Laying it down. Those quick to the ground rollers, it's difficult to get that distance out of that. You can tell he's throwing something really stable. No, but it's stable, you can tell.
Yeah. There are 3 birdies. Emac still leading the gang. A hole 15, par 3, 426. This one is a pump, especially with the trees kind of in the way, the routes you need to take.
It is, and it does play as an island hole. So you're going to see a lot of these big heisters. Really, if you have the distance, you want to spike it way after that right and draw it in left.
Yeah.
If you don't have that distance, you can throw the straight shot. Really just land it up there, hit your putt.
Yeah.
Not a lot of variables to deal with except for the trees.
Sure. Chris, forehanding an enforcer again. Little high.
Yeah, higher than he'd like, closer to that OB than he'd like, but he's on the island.
Still good distance.
Yeah.
Be up next for us. We got Sexton going Destroyer on this wider hyzer line.
Yeah, I think if it doesn't flip to flat, I really like that angle.
Yeah.
Because you want to, there's that big gap right side of the island that you can draw it all the way back from.
Yep.
That just flipped a little bit flatter than he'd like.
It did. But still got a putt. Germ. Probably a Destroyer as well. So this is the line I think it's.
And that's even a little inside, I think, than he was looking for.
Yeah, he probably could have gone around that last tree that he missed.
But still, he's circle's edge inside. It's hard to ask for more than that.
Emac going with his Enforcer.
What's new?
It's either Enforcer or Explorer or Ballista Pro.
It's one of those courses, though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Not a lot of mid-ranges to be had.
No. Just on some random upshots here and there. Okay.
Ooh, getting it in there. Chris putting on the putting display late here.
Yeah, he is. That's 2 good ones. Oh, Nate attempting to match, but chains out.
Off the chains, unfortunately.
Yep, see if Germ can get one here. That was dead center. That was a good putt.
That was.
Yeah.
And when his putt stroke is on, it is just hitting the heart of the chains every time.
Yeah. Emac with a good birdie. Getting back on that train. Nate cleans up the par. 3 birdies on that one. Dang.
Yeah, that's solid. Yeah, capped off by Chris. Really putting this down. The action as it gets in the basket, too. Ooh, little Fosbury flop. Get in there.
Was he getting froggy, Corey?
He was, man. That disc was getting a little froggy.
That jump up was pretty froggy. All right, 3 birdies there. Nate taking his turn at losing a stroke to the card, and we're on to hole 16. Oh,
speaking about froggy, you really got to be getting froggy if you want to park this hole.
You need to not hang out with the frogs.
This is, I mean, there are holes that maybe have determined more events, right? USDGC 2007, the hole 17, those type of holes. But this one has got to be the scariest of them all.
Oh man.
You can at least see the hay bales. You know where you're throwing. This is just dead flat, landed on inside the circle from 360 feet away.
Yep, Chris. Oh, he just got a little more turn than he
caught. See, he caught the island, but yeah, it's gonna slide out of bounds.
Man.
And you know, like USDGC, you're not playing that from where it crossed. You're going to a drop zone.
You are. And Germ said that was the first time he forehanded that disc, and it was very stable. It turns out.
And what a hole to do it on. The most precise hole in the course.
Maybe they didn't want to lose an important one.
Oh, okay. So he knew he was throwing it in anyway.
Maybe. I don't know, man. Emac with an Explorer shot. Come on, Emac. That man.
That was slick.
That was fantastic. Nate with an X-Cal.
Yeah, really leaning into it. Oh, my gosh. Barely caught the corner.
Whew. That'll play. So, Chris. Just gonna lay. Oh, wow! He gave that a half a chance for par.
They put hay bales on the backside of it with those signs, so it's a lot more forgiving to run it from the drop zone.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, so it's not just gonna like in years past it would just fly right.
Yeah,
by
yeah, totally. Germ also lays up. There's Nate for a good birdie.
Yeah, this is like a unique perspective on this green, Ian.
Yeah,
it's really it's like a peeping Tom almost look over here. It's from quite a ways away, huh?
I got zoom on the cam.
Hole 17, the green or the tee is back behind, so you know they're all over there.
Yeah.
You know, not 100% necessary to get on the green there.
Yeah. Man, they scored how that hole scores.
Exactly.
You got birdie or you bogey.
Yes. Or you lay up and take your par, which none of our friends.
Nobody wants to do that.
No.
Don't be that guy. Especially on a feature card. Nobody wants to watch a layup. Get out of here with that stuff. All right. Hole 17.
This is an adjusted hole from years past. If you are used to watching the GBO coverage, this is one of those nasty par 5s that bends all around.
To the left, but now we're going right.
We are. It is going, actually, honestly, it's going straight.
And the right finish. Though.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. But you're going up into those trees 530 feet. You got to pump it. Really could play two ways. You could throw the hyzer out and around, but you're dealing with that OB on the right side.
Yeah.
Or the more traditional plays, we're going to see EMAC. Just this flexor up the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you want a little bit more height, obviously.
Yeah, throwing that enforcer a little low.
Yeah, burning it into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
The second shot, though, is just as tough as the first, though.
Yeah. Nate going with the Sexton Firebird, not trying to bite off too much.
Yeah, interesting. I guess just trying to set himself up for that openness on that right side.
Yeah, he's got the backhand hyzer if he wants it.
Ooh, another Explorer here.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so the purple ones do fly good, apparently.
Wow.
That's exactly how you draw it.
It is just a perfect shot. And you see the basket down there, hanging out with everybody. Germ with that Star Destroyer.
Ooh.
Gee.
That was out of bounds. He's throwing 3 from here.
Yeah.
Throwing straight at the other out of bounds.
Sit.
It's not sitting.
Oh, could hit the wall though. Something, but it didn't.
That ain't no steel wall. That thing was cruising.
It was. Oh no.
So that is the second out of bounds of the hole. He's going to be throwing 5 from that mark.
Yeah. Eric with the EMAC Truth on a really nice little hyzer flip to turnover line.
Oof, that was saucy.
Yeah. A little too turned up. It's got a putt though.
Yeah, he's okay.
Mm-hmm. Nate going X-Cal, and I thought for sure he would take the backhand hyzer.
I think he was chatting with his caddy a little bit, like, yeah, next time that's a backhand.
Yeah. I think he thought the OB was closer to the basket than it was.
Yeah,
on the backhand side. Chris's second shot, spinning something out there.
Yeah, it's got to be a driver of some sorts. It's pretty good distance. I mean, it's only 530 feet, but you can't bite off
Enforcer.
You can't bite off a ton of distance off the tee. So really, you're setting yourself up for a long approach regardless.
He had some nasty reaction off that tree too.
It kicked him back and then rolled. Yeah.
So he missed his birdie putt. He's got to come back for par. Here is Nate for the bird.
Just throwing up the floater.
He is. EMAC, our last best chance for birdie.
I have to imagine you're not seeing a lot of birdies in this hole. This is definitely one of the harder holes, and 17 and 18 as finishing holes is just brutal. It's gonna really provide for some good drama if there's a close battle coming into the end.
Yeah. Jerem cleans up the 6, unfortunately. Well, fortunately cleaned it up. Unfortunately, it was a 6.
Truth.
Chris with the birdogey. Unfortunate.
Yeah, not ideal. Really got aggressive with that birdie putt and left him obviously more than he'd like.
Yeah. Sexton cleans up the par, which probably not losing too many strokes.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, I believe we just saw 2 4s, a 5, and a 6, so playing well over par.
Yep.
I like what they did. All these little signs in the corner too.
Past champions.
Every hole has a past champion sign. It's great.
Yeah, it's really cool. All right, there is some separation on that one. EMAC leading the card at 9 down.
And he's putting himself in position. We teed off a little bit earlier than a lot of our really highly rated competitors, and Grady Shue came in with a 10 down, but that was the best score up to this point. So he's really trying to attack and really trying to, he has a chance to be on lead card.
He does, yeah. Hole 18, par 4, 858 is a bomb over the water on your drive, and then your second shot is equally long but uphill.
Exactly. Great finishing hole. 858 feet, like you said, and it plays significantly uphill. Really, you're throwing to the landing zone over the water to give yourself either that left to right upshot or the right to left, depending on what you're most comfortable with. The green, though, slopes pretty extreme on that left to right, so a lot of guys are going to be throwing just that spike hyzer over the trees to get in.
Mm-hmm. EMAC with the Ballista. When Eric throws it, it's the Ballista Pro. When AJ throws it, it's the Ballista Bro.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Two discs? Two different discs? You got to really special order those Ballista Bros.
You do. Eric, the consummate professional. Sexton, ooh, that's flirting with OB, but stays in bounds, thankfully.
Yeah, not the distance you want, but, he has at least off to that right side angle, so he might have a line through the trees. He's probably looking at a 4, though.
Yeah. Chris puppet out there. It's a little wide, but there's nothing wrong with it.
No, he's in the landing zone. He's fine.
Germ.
Wow, really trying to bite off a lot.
He was, wasn't he?
Really outside.
Mm-hmm. I think he wanted to hold on to that ante a little bit longer, but still that's going to work. He's in bounds.
Yep, he is off that left side of the fairway though, which obviously adds the distance getting to the pin.
Yeah.
But he's top tier distance, so it shouldn't be too much trouble.
Mm-hmm. Nate throwing a forehand, and I think he kind of rode off trying to get there.
Yeah, he's just ripping it up the hill, getting himself as close as possible for the easiest upshot.
Yeah, take his par. Might have a half go at it, but
yeah, no shame in a par though. You know,
No.
Is not. You're not going to see a ton of threes in this.
No. We are looking at Chris's second shot. Attacking it with a lefty backhand hyzer.
Yeah, again, asking a lot. He's pretty far down there. Get it all the way up, but he's circle 2.
Yeah, a little farther than Nate, but still not exceptionally close or anything. Emac's second shot.
Yeah, and this is what you're going to see more often than not. This big hyzer up into the sloped green, and that's perfect.
Yeah, Lucid X Trespass.
Lucid X. A lot of people are hyped on that plastic, dude, especially with the Felon. It's like the stablest version of the Felon
okay, cool.
by far.
Germ throwing this ridiculous hyzer up here. Comes up a little bit short left.
I like it. He's a born showman, Ian.
Yeah, yes. Nate gave that a good run, but he'll settle for par. Chris going to do the same.
Yeah, he's in business. It's fine. Just lay up, get your par, get out of here.
Germ with a scary downhill.
Oh, my God. That's just a nightmare putt, dude.
That was going to be like 40, 45 long if he missed.
That's 100% layup zone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then Eric could have been a 10 down.
Yeah, missed his putt. Obviously, his body language, he was not stoked about it. You know, he gave one away there.
Yeah. I'm mildly stoked, though, because we get him on our chase card tomorrow.
Hey, fine with me, man.
Yeah. I always love hanging out with Emac. Nate cleans up, as does Chris. How about the putt from Germ, though?
Wow, that was unbelievable, man. Really, just to seal it after the up and down round, that got him back to 1 down.
Did it really?
Yes. He had 2 pars in the day.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, my
2 pars. He had, in the back 9, it was all birdies and a bogey and a double bogey.
The drama.
Yes. Chaos.
That is incredible. All right. Great showing by Eric right there. Really fun to watch. And there is your leaderboard after round 1. People doing things. We got Grady Shue, we got Emac, we got McBeast, and Andrew Presnell.
Yeah, great crew. A lot of kind of those under-discovered. Grady Shue, Andrew Presnell, the young guns that are really coming up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it should be fun to watch. And we get to compare them with some vets.
Yeah, Paul McBeth is the person to compare him
A couple
to.
world champs.
This is true.
Yeah. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll come back a little bit later. We got some FPO coverage coming.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I got Zoe Andike on the mic with me.
Oh, she's just like one of the best.
The best. All right, guys. We'll catch you around, and thanks for watching.